Listen.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Tempo Africa TV at Ellie Naimel Talk Show. I know it's been a little while since I've kind of disappeared on everybody, but I'm going to show you guys the reason why I have been gone for a little while and what has been happening on the other side of the world, which is mostly fashion, the entertainment, the art, and the industry as well. So I am very happy to be back and give you guys a little overview about the show, how did it win, and how amazing it turned out. And also to thank some of our people who have been very supportive, you know, both in the American community, African community, and all the rest of the other communities as well. So as you guys can see, we are now in the spring season. So it is time of the Minnesota Fashion Week currently, and we are slowly getting back to what we do in the summer. All of the adventures, the concerts, the outing, and the fashion, the entertainment, whatever that is good for you, you name it. We have a lot of that going on. And Nubiultimate Runway was like the kickoff of all runway shows that are to come here in Minnesota as well. So for a lot about the fashion world in Minnesota, there's actually a lot of buzz. There's a lot of great things that people can go out and enjoy and network and social with other friends as well. Especially in the last couple of years of the pandemic, I mean, we have been isolated into our own world and not being able to connect with other people that we normally hang out with, like even your own friends and colleagues and all the people that you get excited to be around. So this year, it has been a full throttle, and everybody's getting back to their shows. They're getting back to their runways. And I'm going to announce some of the runways that we do have coming up that I would say you do not want to miss. It's definitely a good opportunity to get out, look good, dress to impress, wear your favorite cologne, or just your favorite shoes, and go take a selfie and a video, something that, you know, brings that entertainment, that fun side of us out in our society. So let's get started with Nubiultimate Runway. So we're going to show you guys our first clip, which is kind of, I'm going to take you guys chronological order here, how the whole thing kind of started. So it's the best way to really impress the whole entire success of the whole show from the beginning to the end. Like even now, even though it's been a couple of weeks later, I'm still overwhelmed with all of the texts and the feedback that I have been getting from this show. So let's check out this clip. And this clip here, this is from the rehearsal. All right. Now doing a show is not easy, you guys. It is not easy. It takes a lot of team. It takes a lot of support. It takes a lot of committed, dedicated individuals that are in the same pool as you as well. And we had about 20 models that were in this show. And the main great thing about it is this show represents a lot about the diversity. I mean, you had the South Sudanese female model, and then you had the male model all the way from Argentina. So his friends in Argentina celebrating, you know, congratulating him in the show as well. And these are the things that we like to, you know, diversify in Minnesota. Because there's so much in Minnesota, as I've been mentioning before, there's so much in Minnesota. If we look deeper, we will discover a lot more. And that's what Nubiultimate Runway has presented this year. The second clip we're going to show you guys. Oh, and I did almost forgot to mention the rehearsal was perfectly choreographed by Richard Moody. So Richard Moody, with his agency I Am Moody, was the producer of the whole show. Now he's been doing a lot of events. He's been doing a lot of shows. I mean, he's great at what he does. He's been doing it for so many years here in Minnesota. Pretty much everyone knows him. So, and it was great to have him. It was great to have him this year to produce the whole entire show. Kind of lifts a lot of load off my shoulder as the creator of the Nubiultimate Runway. And it's also a blessing too, because then that shows, you know, more people that wants to get involved in whatever project you are doing. It shows that, you know, it's a confirmation, or should I say an assurance that you're doing something good. So I'm very happy with a lot of people that I have on board. All right, the second clip that we're gonna show you guys here, this is kind of where we got more into the runway after the rehearsal was done. So finally the guys got to put on clothes, and these are some of the really dressy senators. We kind of mix it with that, you know, East African style, and then also with the American lace, adding some colors into it, because I know in Africa we love colors. And then at the end of the show, we had our wedding gowns. So we got to show 3 wedding gowns. And to give a little explanation about this is, behind closed door, I do custom weddings designs, usually for all special occasions or even prom or red carpet wear. So that's my job behind closed doors that I do temporarily, or where I would say I get my clients from, and this is where I get paid from as well. So it is a fun, you know, it is a fun job. I mean, it can be really stressful. I mean, weddings can be extremely stressful, but once like all the customs are done and all the stress are over, I mean, it's just a beautiful ending. You know, you get to see the bride and the husband finally just getting to enjoy their moment. And imagine you yourself, the creator of the dress, like it's a huge joy. It's a huge joy to see your dress just come to life. And you know, it's just more appreciation too for the client as well. Because as a designer, it is your job to, you know, allow people to look the best they want, to look as wonderful as they want. And you know, in the architect or in the engineer world, you know, designing unique clothes, unique designs that, you know, people can wear to, I don't know, Grammy, red carpet, anywhere, you name it. And this is one of our highlight models that made the huge highlight. Aza is from Jordan. She is from Jordan there in the Middle East. She closed the show of the Nubian segment. So we had the special occasion segment and we had the Nubian segment. So the Nubian segment is what I'm going to get more into detail and why we presented this year. So for a lot of you that don't know Nubiultimate Runway or has never come to Nubiultimate Runway, it's not just an event or a fashion show, but it also presents and tells a history of, you know, Africa ancient or Africa history background. What makes us Africa, where things have begun. So Nubia is the center of the world. This is where all the merchandising, the trades, the spices, everything, gold, mineral, the riches started in Nubia. And that is what they called Nubia at the time. So the Nubia defines the trades of merchandise, all the goods from Africa into the rest of the world, like UK, Asia, Arabia, and the rest of the world got fascinated with it, how rich Africa is and how much resources are in Africa, and decided to come on over to Africa and, you know, took over lands. And then after that, the empire fell apart with the colonialism and everything else. But before all of that colonialism and the destructions, it was Nubia, and Nubia was thriving so well. This is one of our most top engineers, our most intelligent as African people, that we can remind ourselves today that, you know, we were once like the creator. Even the wig started in Africa. Makeup, you know, art on the wall, things of all that nature, all started in Africa. And that is why with Nubia, we wanted to remind the world that Nubia was the name for all trades, for all jack of all trades, the riches and the sources of Africa at the time. And from there, you know, each people of color as diasporas, you know, throughout Africa, and decided to build their own empire, like spreading out to Congo, spreading out all the way to Nigeria. We still had the people from the north at the time and the people from East Africa at the time. And as Nubia fell apart, then it became limited to today modern Sudan. So if you go in Sudan, the modern Nubians are only specifically in Sudan. But going back to the history, it has a huge significant background of all people of color, including all the people of color here in the United States as well. I mean, Nubia is very wide range in our bloodline, you know. And if anyone, look it up, check it up on Google, check out the Wikipedia. It'll give you a lot more resources of what Nubia is about. And it's something that I feel like all people of color should remember this, It'll remind us, give us our integrity and dignity, and remind us that, we are capable of doing anything in the world. If we can rule the world once, why fail now? It's 2022 and Africa can do a lot better, Maybe we just have to look back. Maybe shout out to our leaders. Shout out to our leaders in Africa. Look back to Nubia. Check back to Nubia. How did we rule at the time? How did we trade with the rest of the world at the time? Giving out our resources to the rest of the world in a way that we prosper as well, and also the people of Africa. So that was a story we showcased this year at Nubiultimate Runway. And these are the sample designs we wanted to present that art with as well. As you can see on the model, she is elegant, she is striking, she is powerful. And the women worked alongside their kings at the time as well. And there were some women that were also very powerful rulers, like Cleopatra, Queen Sheba, or all of the other queens as well that ruled in Egypt at the time. They were very powerful. They stood for their country. They fought their ground for their countries as well. And it's something that can remind us that when two is better than one. So if you have a king and a queen and they are working together to uplift a community or to rise up a society or in their country, working together is definitely a lot more stronger and more powerful. And that is something we can continue to carry on in our lives today as well as people of color. So including all the way there in Africa. So that is the whole overview that I want to give out about Nubiultimate Runway. We don't know what is next year's going to be yet, but because this show went so successfully well and it went as visioned, as planned, as a storyboard, I am very excited for the next year show as well in April 2023. So if you missed this one, definitely come to the next one as well, because there's always going to be something you're going to take home with you. Whether it is you learn something new, or it's the engagement of the community, or it's just a different world that you have gotten involved with. So it's worth attending. It's definitely worth attending. So since it is telling stories of Africa, we also want to mention that Nubiultimate Runway is also we like to help and support certain organizations in Africa as well. So this year, our show is giving back a percentage to the students in South Sudan that are currently in the Kenya Kakuma refugee camp. So these students are in high school, and because of the overpopulation of the refugee camp, the United Nations and the UH, they are not able to fund all the students that are going to school. So some of these students that have been cast out of funds to go to school, Nubiultimate Runway is also a show to help with that as well. So we are also planning on putting 30 students to school. We have already put 7 students to school, and we are going to be putting 5 more students to school in about 2 weeks. And then we're also going to put 5 more students in August, the next school year. So then we'll be left with, I believe, about 12 students until we complete all the 30 students that we are supposed to put to school. So it's definitely for a good cause as well. So your tickets are not going to waste. So whenever people purchase their tickets, buy their tickets at the door, percentage of that money is also going to help the organization. And the rest is to also uplift the community here in Minnesota by building diversity and having all of us unite together and know that we can all be in one place and really enjoy the moment with a lot of African music. But there's also a lot of other music, like Spanish music as well. And, people come dressed as whatever your DNA, whatever, describes you, whatever labels you. So that's the beautiful outcome of Nubiultimate Runway. So it's definitely an event worth supporting. And then all the clothes designs are by Nubi Collections. So if you visit nubicollection.com, you will find all the information there, including the details about Nubiultimate Runway. We always link videos and sources as well, pertaining whatever theme we are showcasing. So visit the website and it will have some links. If you're curious to know more about Nubia, the history of Nubia is all going to be there on the website. And also some of our articles that have been published as well. And Nubiultimate Runway has made a highlight in Minnesota, so which is a huge accomplishment. Thanks to Jonna, Minnesota Blockers, and this is one of the greatest blocker towards Minnesota Fashion Week and also the fashion here in Minnesota as well. So we appreciate her. And we also want to thank, once again, our producer, Richard Moody, and also our sponsor, Dominic Tax Service. So Dominic Tax Service came in at the last minute, rescue us on the very last things that we needed. So we truly appreciate, local African businesses that have stepped up to sponsor this amazing event. So thanks to Dominic Tax Service. Their logos and website is also linked on the Nubie Collection website. So everything is there. You will find all the information there. And if you'd like to learn any more about Nubiultimate Runway, I would say, everything is in the website. And also, we have a we have an Instagram page. So on Instagram is Nubiultimate Runway, and that is pertaining anything concerning the event and the people that were there, our audience, some of the video clips, and things of that nature. Nubie Collection, there's also a separate page for Nubie Collections, which is about the brand, it's about the design. So anyone who is interested to be a client of Nubie Collections can go to that page and find an outfit that they may love to wear to their next event. The Nubian theme will definitely work perfectly for music videos or even bigger projects where it involves customs and things that tells the story. But otherwise, special occasion requests like weddings, proms, baby shower, group photos, family photos, send a request at Nubie Collections, and there's also an email linked on there, and they will serve you and get you the best look that you are looking for as well. And also, Shop the Runway is all the designs that you see on the runway, the ready-to-wear fashion, will be posted on Shop the Runway and Nubiultimate Runway shopping cart. No, Nubie Collection shopping cart. So in case if you like any of these designs, yes, you can go on the website and purchase your outfit for your next event. Maybe you want to go to Grammy looking like this. This will definitely be a huge standout. And if you're one of those people that love to stand out, you want people to notice you right away, the theme is definitely, it's all about the outfit. You get the right outfit, you'll strike that event in no time. And you don't even have to work for it. All you have to do is just enter, look good, and be you. And people will come to you. People will start complimenting you. People will notice you. And that's the beautiful things about brand, about designer stuff. So, and I wanted to share this with everyone as well. So hopefully we see you in April 2023. So it's every year in April during the last weekend of the month. We're always going to have a different theme, different story from Africa. So who knows what my next year is going to be. I don't want to spoil it too much, but it may be Kush, aka Ethiopia. People of color will bring out the fashion from that nation as well. Whereby if you guys see, if you go on Instagram at Nubie Collection, you'll see in our story timeline where the year before that we did all the spring collection, floral Ankara, floral everything. The year before that we did suits, Ankara suits. So this year we did Nubia. So next year it will be announced there as well. So that is the overall coverage of the event. And thank you to all of those that have attended. We truly appreciate you all. So continue to follow us on Instagram and Facebook as well at Nubie Collections. So we look forward to seeing you next year. And also, let's get back to business. Let's get back to the entertainment. Let's get back to the things that we enjoy, that uplifts us, that change our mood into the bright side. of life as well. And be safe. Have a good night.
Hot mix mixing.